It was gone in under 60 seconds. A like on one of my girlfriend's photos from a name I didn't recognize. By the time I looked twice, it had already been pulled back, but I had already seen it. I'm 31M and my girlfriend Sarah, 28, and I had been together for almost 2 years. We were solid, the kind of couple that other people commented on. Good communication, same goals, no real drama. I wasn't a suspicious person by nature. I want to be clear about that because what I did next was completely out of character for me. I was sitting next to Sarah on the couch when her phone lit up with a notification. She was half watching something on TV and I wasn't trying to look at her screen. But the notification was there for just long enough. A name, a like on one of her photos, and then gone. Unliked within the minute. I didn't say anything. I just noted the name. It was an unusual enough name that I remembered it clearly. That night after Sarah had gone to sleep, I looked it up. Private account. No mutual connections. Profile picture was just a landscape photo. Nothing to go on. I told myself it meant nothing. Someone liked a photo and then thought better of it. Happens all the time. I put my phone down and went to sleep. But the name stayed with me. About 4 days later, I was using our shared laptop to send an email when the browser autofilled a search. Someone had been looking up that same name on our shared computer, recently enough that it was still in the search history. Sarah had looked him up too. I sat with that for a long time. Two people who supposedly didn't know each other had both been looking each other up within days of each other. That was no longer a coincidence I could explain away. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed to understand what I actually had before I said anything I couldn't take back. So I started paying quiet attention. Over the next 2 weeks, I noticed small things. Sarah started being slightly more protective of her phone than usual. Not dramatically, just enough that I clocked it. She also started mentioning a new name at work casually in conversation. Not the same name from the like, a different one. A cover, I later realized. 3 weeks after the disappearing, I asked Sarah directly about the name I had seen. Casual, no accusation in my voice. Just dropped it into a conversation to see what happened. She didn't miss a beat. Said she had no idea who that was, must have been a random follower. Completely calm, completely convincing. Except that I had already seen her search history. I didn't push it that night. I waited 2 more days. Then I sat her down and laid out everything I had quietly collected. The like, the search history, the subtle phone behavior, the new name that kept coming up at work. Not accusatory, just calm and factual. The calm lasted about 30 seconds on her end. What came out over the next hour was something that had been building for about 3 months. The name from the like was someone she had reconnected with. The new work name was a cover. The search history was exactly what it looked like. I've thought about that moment on the couch 100 times. A notification that lasted less than 60 seconds. If I hadn't been sitting right there in that exact moment, I never would have seen it, and she never would have told me. Most people I've told this to say one disappeared is too thin to act on, maybe. But when your gut says something is off and then the search history confirms it, at what point does then become enough? Would you have said something sooner or kept building the picture like I did?